Okay, let's start our unit number 7, and the name of that unit is life cycle costing. Okay, in short, it is also called as LCC, life cycle costing. So, what is this LCC, life cycle costing means? Up till now, we have started this economic engineering economics point where we have studied demand, supply, interest, comparison between interest, different methods, inflation, growth, cash flows, inflows, outflows, and whatnot. After looking to this all the points, this life cycle costing come into the picture. So what is this life cycle costing? So if you look at to the definition of this life cycle costing, LCC is defined as the total cost throughout the life, including planning, design, acquisition, and support cost, and any other cost directly attributed to owning using the asset. Okay, so if in life cycle cost, there is one more part is there, that product life cycle, PLCC, that we will look afterwards. Okay, so LCC is defined as the total cost throughout its life. If you take any project in this, whatever the cost required from initial, if you take in this project management, we are knowing there are 5 stages: planning, scheduling, execution, controlling, and handover or dispatch. Okay, so whatever the cost included from planning stage, that is initial stage, then design, acquisition, then we scheduling, executing, and support cost, that is controlling and dispatch, and any other cost related directly attributed to owning or using this asset. So whatever the project asset is there, to that asset, if anything is related directly right from the planning, designing, or scheduling stages. So somebody will think planning where cost is required. Definitely cost is required at planning, certain expenditure is there, fees may be there, certain things are there. Okay, so started expenditure from planning stage to the last stage, whatever all these cost is there, that cost is called as life cycle cost. Okay, then there are 3 types, or we can say 3 stages in life cycle costing is there. So these stages may be changing. Okay, so these important 3 stages are there, that initial cost, then operation and maintenance cost, and disposal cost. So initial cost may be called as estimated cost, or it may be also called as budget, estimation, estimated cost. Okay, that is at planning stage we have decided we will do this thing, we will do that thing, like this. Suppose you are getting a project of, suppose that construction project, that multi-residential system flat project. Then initially you start calculations. This much size is there, this much steel is required, this much cement is required, this much sand is required, this many workers may be required. Okay, this much will be the image, this much will be the transportation cost, this much will be the raw material cost, this much will be the wages, this much will be salary, yeah, what not, yeah. N number of things you have considered there and you have calculated the initial cost. That is called initial cost. Then second cost comes as a operation and maintenance cost. So once you calculated this estimate, suppose storage building is there, then multi-level system building is there, you have calculated near about 2 crore rupees as a cost, that initial cost. Then you have started the operation, you have started the construction. Okay, in that raw material is there, wages are there, salary is there, transportation is there, certain equipments may not work properly, so the maintenance of that equipment may be there and whatnot. Okay, so initial cost is 2 crore rupees. Then during operations and this maintenance of different things, mixer may be there, JCBs are there, some dumpers are there, transportation costs, salaries, raw materials, steel, whatever you have not considered in initial, that is also required at some point. Some all things are running good. Sometimes some maintenance is there, some machine is just a stop to work, certain repair is required, that repair and maintenance cost. And after that particular, so this particular operation cost and maintenance cost, it is understood or it is calculated at the time of operation is going on. Okay, initial cost, we can, by assuming the operation or by assuming that particular stage, we can write certain estimate or we can predict the cost, this much thing may be required. But during actual operation or during actual maintenance, we can find out the detailed things. What is actual maintenance is there, maintenance is required for whole body or whole system or just to that particular part. So that particular decisions we have to take, etc. So initial cost maybe of 2 crore, no problem. But when actual operation starts and actual maintenance starts, at that time, whatever we can think that, whatever we have estimated at initially, that cost may little bit vary. So for example, if you put 50,000 rupees for maintenance, then maintenance, if it is not completed in 50,000, then you require to put more money in the maintenance part or in maintenance section. Is it right? So Like this way, there is a variation in initial cost and operation cost. That is operation and maintenance cost. There is a variation in initial cost and operations and maintenance cost because initial cost is ideal cost and operation and intelligence cost is the cost which is required actual on site. Then, as per our example, if at initially you have calculated initial cost of rupees 2 crore for that multi-flat system building, but in actual during operation it may require 2 crore 20 lakh rupees. No one can predict there. Is it right? So initial cost and operational cost, these are different and these are not same. And last one is the disposal cost. So disposal cost is always higher, always more than these two. Initial cost gives tentative budget or tentative features or tentative picture of the cost estimate before starting the project. Operational and maintenance cost is the current cost or running operation cost which are considered during these particular operations. And third cost, that is disposal cost, which can be calculated after after operation or after that particular project. So if that particular construction building is initial cost is 2 crore, operational cost is 2.20 crore, that is 2 crore 20 lakh, then at the time of disposal that may be become 3 crore, 2.6 crore. Is it right? So whatever these costs are there, these are increasing one. That's why if you look at to diagram, whatever the incremental arrow is there, so that incremental arrow is shown towards the forward way. That means initially it is little bit less, next it is little bit more, and further it is again more. So this is called stages of life cycle costing. There are three stages of life cycle costing: initial cost, operation and maintenance cost, and third one, disposal cost. Okay, the disposal cost comes at last, where we can add all the things, and generally these are in incremental way. Initial cost is little bit less, then operation and maintenance cost is little bit high, and disposal cost is highest one among these three only. So low, medium, high, like this it is there. Okay, so if you look at to this life cycle costing, okay, then you can understand that what is the progress is there or how these particular parts are working. Okay, so how these are working, it is shown with certain roadmap, okay, or with certain diagram. It is tried to show you with certain roadmap. So just a little bit changes I have made. So life cycle costing, how the life cycle costing is decided. Okay, so how this road is there or how the stops are there. So first stage is research and development. That is planning, scheduling, research, development, whether it is necessary, how we should do, what we should do. So everything about that. regarding that research development, how we should make. So at initial level, we can think about that. So this is the, I can say, roadmap. This is the road which is traveling, which is showing the life cycle cost. And in this, the initial stage is research and development, rather planning, scheduling, and whatnot is coming there. Then from that, once you understand the need and requirement, then we are going further. Then we come to the design stage. Here, we design the thing with each and every detail. With each and every detail. That means weight, size, height, length, whatever may be the specification points are there, it is decided here. Then it goes to the production. Actually, based on the design, actually working is there and actual production will be there. Okay. Then after production, after readiness, ready to sell in the market, in that condition, it dispatched from production side and it reached to the marketing. In marketing, people are little bit at higher side of higher brand, and they are state the features in little bit loud manner so that the customers attracts to them, and their job is only to market this, to sell this. Okay, so marketing is there coming to the, and last one is distribution. So some of the cases in marketing, if we take the particular point, the distribution and marketing, these are the similar. Okay, marketing create the popularity, and distribution actually distribute the thing. So if you take these 5 points from civil, one of the civil project point of view, what are that building we are considering, that multi-storage building or multi-flat system building. First is the research and development. First we'll go there, we'll check the sand. Sand means we'll check the soil, which type of construction is required and whatnot. Then we'll finalize the budget, we'll make the agreement to the owner, we'll make all research, whether what is available, which type of soil is there, which type of foundation should be required, and whatnot. Once it makes final, yes, we have to go there and we have to develop the building, or we have to develop that multi-flat system. Once it is confirmed, then we are moving towards development design stage. From research and development to design stage. Then in design stages, design people will calculate the things. What is the plot size? What is the 1 BHK size? What is the 2 BHK size? Where they should leave the lift. If suppose certain families are coming to live in that building, they must require some parking and whatnot, other spaces. So everything is comes to the design part, and they are actually creating the design on paper. Is it right? So that on paper designs tell you how your building will be there, how that exterior front will be there, how it look like, what will the features of that building. Okay, so that everything will be comes in the design part. What will be the size of 1 BHK, what is the size of 2 BHK, length and whatnot. Everything will be there in the design part. Then once that design is there, it goes to the production side, the production supervisor. So design people will prepare that steel structure, concrete structure plan, steel structure plan, blueprint, whatnot, all the things. That all design prints should go to the production people, and this production people will start working on this, and they will actually create the building. Okay, opening, playhouse, empty space, galleries, and whatnot, all according to design. The production people will create the building. It, it will be get finished one. Finishing is also carried out at the end of the project. At the end of the production stage in the project, finishing means door finishing, wall finishing, coloring, electricity fitting, all the things will be ready. Then that ready building is not goes to the marketing. The marketing people is starting marketing from the first point only, from the research and development point. On this site, this building is created. Please go for pre-booking, advance booking, and what. Or if certain flats are remaining, then after a ready position condition, the marketing people will start to sell it. Is it right? One of the customer came to you. You can start the preparing the documents. He requires certain loans and whatnot. Marketing people are ready to help him in all respect. Is it right? So why they are doing so? Because if you do it today for that one per customer, definitely he will take your name for 10 at different locations. So like this, they are helping these marketing people for anyone for taking loans and making files and whatnot. And they are trying to sell or make advertisement about that particular flex, whatever the best